Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 628. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or perhaps you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning, happy Thursday, happy New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness, I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift I was put on earth to offer to others. Parker Palmer. And once again, good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness. For the last day of 2020, can you believe it? I am throwing it back to one of the first things that I had to say this year to all of you via this podcast, as well as specifically, this is a Writer Wednesday email that I sent, very first one of 2020. Talk about a flashback. It seems like it was 20 years ago. The title was The Year of Writing for You? ? And let's see how everything's changed since then. So when change the world doesn't specifically speak to you, we hear, and I say here, write a book to change the world, change a life, make a difference, make an impact. But wait, what if none of those reasons personally resonate with you? Does it make you a less caring or empathetic or altruistic person if your primary reason for writing a book isn't for other people? No, it does not. It simply means that you're more internally, more intrinsically motivated than you are externally motivated. And that's nothing more than just a different way of being. It's a different type of motivation. That might also mean that people like me, those on a mission to inspire as many people as possible to write books, might not be speaking to you in your language. And I'll admit it, I see the possibilities of a book through a very large lens. That's why you get all the changing lives, changing the world talk from me. And that is true, of course, but maybe the bigness of that is a little intimidating for some of you. Especially if you're already nervous about the idea of somehow writing and finishing this book. And then here I am saying, by the way, your book needs to be big enough to, change the world and stuff. So just put that on your to-do list. That could be a little daunting. So if this is you, even a little bit, which, by the way, doesn't rule out the possibility of changing lives, you just don't have to think about it right now. Here's another perspective to try on. Do it for you. Write a book because you know you have one in you, because you're tired of carrying around its weight, because it's a personal story you need to get out or emotionally let go of for yourself, for your self-care, because it's a really cool story idea that you're excited about and you can't stop thinking about it, and you'll have fun writing it, because you're up for a new and exciting challenge outside your comfort zone, because it will help you promote yourself and your business if you're an entrepreneur better than a business card ever will. Because like Mount Everest, the mountain of becoming an author is there to be climbed, and you're the one of the few that can succeed. Because who knows how far your ideas can take you? Because if other people, why not you? So that was something that I sent out pretty close. I think it was like January 2nd of this year to my Writer Wednesday list. Again, this year, January of 2020 seems like 20 years ago. So it's so interesting to think about all the things that happened this year after I sent out this email. And the question it raises for me right now is, does this still hold true after all we've gone through this year? Is it still okay to do it for you? To write a book for no other reason than because you want to have a totally intrinsic motivation that has nothing to do with serving others. And you know what I'm going to say. Absolutely, yes, it holds true. One of the most powerful lessons I saw this year was about self-care, remembering to pause, take a breath, look at our lives, and see where we want to make changes. Granted, this self-reflective silence was forced, but it's still valuable nevertheless, and we should get the lessons from it. Writing a book, a memoir in particular, in my opinion, is absolutely a form of self-care. There are more ahas and insights, in particular, in memoirs, but there are more insights that I could ever pack into a podcast episode about all the things that you get from writing a book. So yes, write your book for you, whether that's your sole reason or one of many. Do it for you. Show yourself some literary self-love. And once again, happy New Year's Eve. I'll talk to you all next year. We all do that this time of year, right? Talk to you next year when it's like tomorrow. And as always, thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. I always drop the link in the show notes for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. And you can get more information on Your Daily Writing Habit and get caught up on old episodes at yourdailywritinghabit.com. I'll put that in the show notes as well. Until tomorrow, or until next year, happy writing.